oh no, I'm never buying Sunbrella again. We're gonna get these things clean, okay? Quickly and efficiently. Hey guys, welcome to Blown Away. Doing lots of boat work. And you can see here, we've got really bright cushions. And do they look clean? Yes, they do. And let me tell you, bright fabrics show dirt the worst other than whites. And the reason why most boaters use dark navy, black, or gray, and you know who you are, there are lots of you out there, no offense, they use it to hide dirt. They use it to hide mildew. And that is something that is very difficult to get off of Sunbrella fabric. We are talking about Sunbrella sailcloth, the 10-year warranty, which is the marine canvas, and we're also talking about the 5-year warranty, which is a little bit lesser of a dense weave, and give it a 5-year warranty because it just is, you just don't want to do a sail bag or something like that out of it. Interior is good, which is where we used it. I'm going to show you right now how to get all of your cushions this clean, a clean that you never thought you'd be able to get it. And I'm going to show you how to do it relatively quickly and efficiently and without any real special chemicals. So watch this video and you're really going to learn something that you can take away that's super practical for you. Guys, if you appreciate videos like this, please leave comments. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share to other people. We also want to thank our patrons. We have that special relationship. If you want to find more about becoming a patron, go ahead and look down in the descriptive part right below the video, and we'll have information that'll take you to that part of our website. A lot of people don't want to buy Sunbrella fabric because they think it's difficult to clean, but it's really not. And one thing that it works in its favor is the denseness of the weave and the fact that it's 100% acrylic. And it's a through dyed yarn, so it's not piece dyed. The actual thread itself is dyed all the way through, and it's acrylic, which makes it super resistant to any kind of abrasion, also very UV resistant. I mean, this is tough stuff. This is why you pay extra for Sunbrella. And the biggest thing that I'm going to show you is the fact that it has a way to withstand bleach. And I'm talking 50% bleach. You can really lay it on here when you need to. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at Sunbrella's formula to clean this. You can find it on the website. You're gonna see the link down below. And that formula is very simple, and it uses dishwashing detergent. You can substitute for boat soap if you don't have any of that. And it uses bleach and it uses water. And what I do is I mix it. Here I've got an empty West Marine bottle right here of boat soap. Oh, and here's the formula. I've written it on there, and I just pre-mix it. It's 1 cup of bleach and 1/4 cup of soap. Just kind of any soap will do. No need to overthink it. And this is my fabric anti-mildew cleaner. And this is what we're going to use first before we go to the more aggressive bleach, because this is going to lift all that dirt off of your cushions and get all that out of the way. And then we're going to spot clean with the more aggressive bleach solution, but it's not going to hurt your fabric. That's the beautiful part of it. So what I have here is the last 2 cushions. They don't have, unfortunately, a ton of mildew on them. These other ones did, but I got so excited when I was cleaning these that I said to myself at the end of the video, I need to go ahead and show people how to clean these last 2 cushions. So what you're gonna have is your fabric cleaner right here. Then the next thing, 50% bleach, 50% water. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna soak this cushion down. We're gonna get it nice and wet. And I guess for this, you could even use seawater if you didn't want to use your precious freshwater, and then you could do like a freshwater rinse later on if you wanted to conserve water. We're here at the marina. That's a great place to do it because you got time, you've got the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this and get it really wet, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Actually, getting these things wet kind of magnifies the dirt and the mildew. These are pretty dirty. I just couldn't see the mildew because there was so much dirt on top of them. But take a look at this. I don't know about the reflection on there, but you see all these black spots right there? That's all mildew. That's all mildew. So what you want to get is a dish brush. This has stiff bristles, but they're not too stiff, and they bounce back. I've used these on lots of cushions. While I'm spraying this on there, I'm gonna be rubbing this in, and I'm gonna be pulling up the dirt while I'm spraying. And then the good thing about it too is I'm doing this during the day when it's sunny outside. And the sun really works well with the soap and the bleach to accelerate their cleaning action. We're gonna do this in a couple of steps to make sure that they're super clean. So everybody sees how dirty these are. Yuck. And most people will be like, oh no, I'm never buying Sunbrella again. Forget that. Listen, we're gonna get these things clean, okay? It's not gonna be expensive. It's not gonna take a lot of effort. This is probably the cushion that I use the most. It's in the area where we sit on the most, and also when we're doing a project, we stage all of our ingredients right here. So it gets the dirtiest, and that's why I'm using it right now, because I want you to see the best before and after. So what we're gonna do is do a two-stage clean. The first is with this to get all the dirt lifted up, and you can see the brush is getting in there and it's agitating it, and the chemicals starting to work with the sun. And we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna let it sit in the sun, and then do some other cushions and stages. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna wash it all off. And the spots that are really tough that aren't coming off, we're gonna put the bleach on them. So I've got a special technique where I spray while I'm rubbing with the bleach. And what you wanna do is really work up a froth with this. It'll suds up a little bit to help the cleaning action. These are nice and soaking wet right now, and I'm going to set those over there and let that work. This cushion's been out there for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes out in the sun. It's starting to dry off a little bit. You can see all the water spots. And by the way, this will also get out watermarks in your fabric if you get those. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna wash off, and then you'll see the stuff that's remaining, and it's laughing at us right now. It's mocking us, but we're gonna get the last laugh. So see all the dirt coming out of this with the white background? What you don't realize is it's not just the water that causes mildew, it's the dirt and the water. So if you keep these things cleaned up, touch them up every month or so, you're gonna clean up the dirt and it's gonna prevent mildew. But to me, that's too much maintenance. So I clean these things about every 6 months. So here we are. We don't have a lot of time invested in this already. We've gotten the initial dirt off so we can really see the mildew. And this is the time when most people give up and say, you know, we got to throw these things away. We got to get some reupholstery going because this stuff is never going to come out. And I'm afraid to put the bleach on it. But you got this Sunbrella fabric. I mean, think of how much you paid for it. And it's because it's super tough and you can use bleach. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this 50% bleach, 50% water, and we are going to get the high spots on this. And we're also going to take our brush and we're going to work that stuff in. of this. And the bleach takes time to work. You got to keep it wet and you got to keep it in the sun. And boy, this stuff right here, it's really tough. Look at that spot right there, man. Oh, you can almost see it coming out when I do that. So we know the bleach is working. Just got to give it some more time. Sunbrella does not recommend that you use something that's this strong of bleach, but I'm telling you it works and it does not fade the fabric. And I've done this multiple times, so now it's not the first time I've done it. And the fabric's holding up really well. It's even working on the 4200, the caulk. I cannot believe it. I didn't think anything would be able to take that out. So I got this thing to a good point. Boy, it's looking good, isn't it? I'm gonna let it sit in the sun for a little while. So we're gonna take it and toss it over there while I finish up on some of these other ones, and I'll come right back to that. That's the cushion we're gonna follow all the way to the end. Here we are back to the second stage. The first stage was cleaning with the mix that Sunbrella recommends. The second stage with the 50% bleach and water solution. And then now take a look. I haven't even cleaned these off yet. And there's a little bit of stuff, but you remember those real stubborn stains, okay? They're pretty much out. There's a little bit right here. I could go to a third stage and it wouldn't take much longer. And I also wanted to tell you, you want to make sure to get the back side. And this is Lifertex, which is basically, I think, nylon weave with a vinyl on top of it. People use these for the pull down sunshades on their boat. It's super tough. It's easy to clean. This is really not that dirty, but I'm just gonna take just the fabric cleaner solution. It doesn't even need the bleach. And I'm just gonna hit this. And then we just wanna make sure it doesn't get the gel coat dirty when you put it down on top of it. That's the back side of this. And then let's go around and get the front side, and then let's take a good close look at it, shall we? You remember our really dirty spots? There's a little bit of black there, not much. This is all been cleaned up. It looks like our 4200 disappeared. And then just look throughout this. Now some of the shading on this is because it's wet, and when it's wet it's darker. Case in point, take a look at the varying shades this piece has with it drying off. The wetter stuff is darker, so there's a little bit of everything in between, but look how clean the fabric is. There's a 95% improvement here, so I'm gonna stop there, but just look at how good this looks. I hope that you've learned a little bit more about cleaning marine canvas, in particular Sunbrella Marine Canvas, which is really good stuff, and you paid a lot for it, so you need to keep it clean. You bought the right stuff, you just need to be smart and use the right materials and the right stages. And you can keep taking this as far as you want to get it cleaner and cleaner, or you can just stop like I have. And they're gonna look great. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna hang this thing up to dry like I have the others. And I probably have, I'd say maybe 15 minutes in that cushion. So take the amount of cushions that you have, multiply it times 15 minutes, and you've got how long it's gonna take for your cushions. Guys, if you have any more suggestions, things that have worked for you, comments, please put them down below. We really appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot, guys. We love you.